Welcome back to the garage and to Shedtune, and today I want to show you something cool. Today I want to talk to you about offset cones and how they can have an influence on the clearance on the intake manifold. As you can see on my TS1, I don't have a lot of clearance, although there is some, and that's because I've linished the top of there and fitted offset cones in here. But I've only fitted the standard type, but now there's an alternative. Because as you've seen on the TS1, my manifold is quite close to the frame, even though it has got some offset cones in it. So I thought I'd talk you through a little bit of the evolution of the cones and engine bar. So this is a standard engine bar, threaded at each end, has normally a nylock and a couple of washers, and completely round cones, which is absolutely fine if you're running a standard engine. But if you've got a TS1 or anything else that's performance, then the manifold gets exceptionally close to the frame. So to combat this, someone years and years ago decided that they would come up with this thing called offset cones, which these are a set of offset cones. And the idea behind offset cones is that it allows the engine to drop down slightly so that there's more clearance on the manifold. So as you can see there, it's been machined differently so that it literally is offset, and they go together, drop the engine down slightly, and away you go, a bit more clearance, which has been great. But the downside's always been is that once these are into the frame and you put the bolt through and then start tightening this nut up, they can spin. So you've got to use thread lock, or some people dot punch them to stop them moving. If they do move, then that means that your rear wheel is going to be out of alignment and probably ride slightly different to how it should do. Then, the latest reincarnation of offset cones is this one, which is from Casa. Start with the engine bar first. So this is an engine bar, obviously threaded one end, captive nut, and it's got a flat machined on it. And also the offset cones, as you can see, are a D shape. And the idea behind that is that they can't rotate. Put them on like so, and then they perfectly line up all the time. So when you tighten this bolt at this end, they don't spin in the frame. What it also allows you to do, of course, is tighten it up slightly, turn it, and get the optimum position for clearance for your manifold. So what we're going to do now is we're going to fit this to black Shedtune 83 and see if we can get a bit more clearance. So I've got a spanner on this side. I've put a jack under the engine to support it for when I pull the bolt out. So what we're going to do now is, under the other side, pull the bolt out, lower the engine down. Hopefully it'll be dead straightforward. We can just change the cones, put the new bolt in, and then adjust it. Okay, so as you can see, that offset cone has moved, and that's one of the downsides of having those type of offset cones. We've got the first D cone in, so we'll get the other side done, get the engine back up and the bolt in. So I'm not sure if you can see, we've got a new bolt in with the new engine cone, so I'm just moving it from the other side. You can see it's giving it a little bit more clearance. By rotating the bar, you can rotate the cones and work out what is the optimal clearance, which I think is about there. So we'll do the bolt up and happy days. Where you go. That's the offset cones in, the bars in, it's all done up, adjusted. It's given me a few more millimetre of clearance. It just leaves me to put the bridge back on and the running boards, and I can go for a little play. Thanks for watching. Give us a like, give us a subscribe, leave some comments below on anything you want to see us doing at Shedtune, be it building a full engine, changing stuff that affects you. Anyway, that's it for now. See you soon.